kills the sebaceous glands so acne doesn't appear again. I said, oh my gosh, give me that, because I don't want to see this no more. So it has been 1 full year since I took a solo trip to Seoul, South Korea to get 9 skin treatments. I want to update you guys, tell you where I stand a year later, what stayed, what faded, what would I do again, and if I were to go back, what I would skip. What I want to go over is the 9 treatments that I went through and let you know the results of those a year later. So the first treatment is an under eye peel. This is where the doctor took a solution that he put under my eye. It would peel like a couple of days later. This is like any other chemical peel that you would get. However, it is made specifically for your under eyes. Honestly, like with all the things that I know about skincare, I was like, now how come I didn't know about an under eye peel? Like, I would have been doing this a long time ago. It's also supposed to help darkness under your eyes, not only lines and wrinkles. Obviously, there was no immediate result because with a peel, it takes time. I'll say about a week later, I did notice like it being, a little softer. I don't have a lot of wrinkles under my eyes, so there wasn't like a big difference with that. I could tell it was slightly lighter. I will say that it was slightly lighter. To this day, obviously, it didn't last a year. It's a peel. It's not gonna last a year. If I were to go back, would I do that again? Yes, I'd get an under eye peel again. Okay, the next treatment, I'll put these two together. It was a laser treatment for my under eyes, but it was for red veins and blue veins. So there was one laser for the red veins, one laser for the blue veins. I know you can't see it on here, and I'll try to insert a picture. I've always had a blue vein right here under my eye. It always made it look like there may be a bag right there, but it's you seeing the shadow of the vein. Now, I had previously gotten this vein treated, I'd say almost a year prior in Chicago. It didn't do a thing when I got it treated in Chicago, and I was like, oh no, I don't know if it's gonna work if I go there. I will say that I noticed a little time later that the vein had shrunken, gotten skinnier, not disappeared, it gotten skinnier. Like it shrunk some. And that was about it. The vein is still there. Now, this is one of those things when it comes to veins, because I also deal with veins in my legs and I get those treated as well. It's one of those things you have to keep going until it goes away. Like you can't do a one and done unless it is the type of vein that reacts to treatment well and it goes away. This particular eye vein is not gone. I would have to get another one. Would I do that treatment again? Yes, I would do the blue vein treatment because the blue vein is what I have. I would do it again because I know that it takes multiple times to do it again. And because that's something that I want gone. Because when it's gone, it's gone. However, veins can reappear. The same veins can reappear. I'm willing to do that treatment again to make sure that it is gone. The fourth treatment that I want to talk about is called double tight. So it's basically 3 treatments in one. It's radiofrequency, microneedling, and it is also inserts different like serums into your skin. This was quite painful. It hurt for real. I was almost like, we can stop. We can stop. I felt a tear roll down my face uncontrollably because it was that painful. It literally felt like it was digging in and sucking out, digging in and sucking out. I do microneedling at home. We all know that. I have multiple videos on that. Radiofrequency is actually something I just started doing at home myself. I'm going to make a video for that. Combining them all in one. I didn't see an immediate result. The thing about the double tight treatment, it is for skin tightening. It's supposed to tighten your skin and then also stimulate collagen. I don't know if there was any skin tightening happening. I will say at that stage of my skincare, I was in a maintenance mode. It's not like I needed a lot of things done. It was just like I was trying to maintain what was already going on. I definitely felt like my skin looked a little more radiant, but I don't think that I'll get it again. The reason why is because just like everything else that I've been talking about, you have to do things more than once. These are treatments that I do separately at home. And I think that if I continue to do these treatments at home, I just didn't see much of a result that will make me say, hey, I need to go all the way back over there and get that done. Okay, so this is why I actually went to Seoul, South Korea. This treatment is called the Kobayashi acne treatment. This is why I came. This is what I went for. I have struggled with back acne for quite some time. And different things trigger the back acne. It could be hormones, it could be diet, it could be stress, it could be a lot of things. At that time, it was stress. I could not, for the life of me, get this to calm down. What I was using on my back was no longer working. And so I was like, oh my God, there's gotta be something out there that can help me. I saw that people were posting about going to South Korea for skin treatments. And I'm like, I wonder if they have something for acne. Then I saw the Kobayashi treatment. And when I reached out to them, they were one of the few people that does that. And when I reached out to them, I was like, hey, do you do it for the back? Because I know that's a much larger space than doing it for the face. And they said that they do. So I was like, all right. So basically, the Kobayashi treatment kills the sebaceous glands so acne doesn't appear again. I said, oh my gosh, give me that, because I don't want to see this no more. It was three steps. They had to do back extractions, then they did Kobayashi treatment, and then they did lasers. Then they had to come back the next day for anything that had come up that they would have to extract. It worked. It actually worked. That first couple weeks, maybe even month, I broke out like crazy. I mean, crazier than what I initially came in with. They had given me salicylic acid to treat my back, and that's a no-no. But I was like, maybe it's fine. They're dermatologists. They know more than I do. I had to contact them and say, whatever that is, I can't use that. So I stopped using the salicylic acid, went back to my clindamycin and benzoyl peroxide and tretinoin, and it's been beautiful ever since. But you have to do it up to maybe 3 or 4 times to get them to be gone. That's depending on what type of acne you have. I will say mine was more leaning towards moderate. I feel like I want to go get it one more time, just like one more time to seal in the deal and be like, all right, we good. We Gucci. I'm very happy that I went and got that done. That was worth everything. It was worth everything. Coincided with the treatment, it definitely gave a beautiful result. And I think I will go get one more round of the Kobayashi acne treatment. So the last treatment I want to talk about is the laser for hyperpigmentation. Now, I know so many of us deal with hyperpigmentation, acne scars, or discoloration, or anything. He did the laser on my back for hyperpigmentation because I do have some patches of like darker skin. Another thing, you have to do more than once until it goes to where it needs to go. But for one round of treatment, I do feel like I see a difference in my back, because my back is not as like spotty as it used to be, but there is a much larger like discoloration on one side that'll probably take a lot to get rid of, but it has lightened it. And I've been using vitamin C on my back as well. That is good for brightening. And I feel in combination with that, it has helped. I do feel like I probably would have to get that type of treatment done a couple more times in order for it to really like go away completely. As a whole, I feel like my skin got a jump start by going to South Korea. I feel like definitely at that time, it gave my skin a refresh. It definitely started stimulating some things within. I can't say that my skin looks any better than it did before the treatments. That's just because of factors: life, environmental factors, age, diet, stress. All those type of things are going to make some sort of impact on your skin. So I can't say that it changed my skin dramatically by going one time. Now, I will say that my skincare routine has definitely changed since going to South Korea, and I will be making a video of the Korean skincare routine that they gave me that I got from Olive Young. I don't have anything that I think that I would have done differently while I was there. I think I took care of everything that I said that I wanted to get done. I didn't leave anything on the table, and plus they're not going to let you leave anything on the table. You'll have a consultation and they'll be like, this is what you need, this, and that. They're not gonna skip anything. However, you obviously can pick what you want to get done and what you don't want to get done. Was the trip worth it? For my back alone, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. If I didn't get my back done, if you have the means and the resources and you want to take a trip to South Korea, you want to have the experience of getting all these treatments done in one day. If you want to do some good self-care, do something different with your life, yes, go. You know, people talk about the cost, and I really don't always like talking about the cost of things in other countries because a lot of times that affects their economy as well. If you feel like this is your only option to get these things done, just know that you're probably going to have to go more than once. Majority of the treatments, you cannot just get immediate results after one treatment for majority of things, especially if you have mature skin. You have deep wrinkles and things like that. It's gonna take much more time. I'm not against going, because I went and I'm going again. You know, I say like, I'm going to go again for my back, but while I'm there, will I get some other things done? Yes, because I'm there. Why not? I'm already there. I visited Theme Dermatology. Now, it is a skin clinic, but mostly the people that are doing the treatments are doctors. So I chose that place specifically because I did want to get some treatments that were a little more in-depth than like getting a facial or getting radio frequency and things like that. The advice that I would give you if you are planning to or looking into going to South Korea for a skincare trip is just do your research, not just on the specific clinics, which is definitely important. Make sure that when you go that you are looking to see like what are their ratings, what are the reviews, what are the credentials of the people that will be playing in your face. Make sure that everything is legit. That is a very far distance to go to just be experimenting. Make sure that what you want to get done, that they offer that. And don't just assume because they're a skin clinic that they're going to offer that. A lot of times your communication is going to go through WhatsApp. That's a given. They're in a completely different country. I would say know what your budget is because, like I said, they're going to present everything to you. They're going to do a consultation. They're going to say, hey, these are all the things. And some of those things aren't going to be necessary for you. So just make sure like you know in your mind what you want to get done. And if you have some room, wiggle room in your budget, there's another thing or two that you like to get done, just add it on. You're already there. You're already there. If you decide to go, enjoy. If you have any other questions about going over to South Korea for skincare treatments, drop your questions below. I'll be happy to answer anything. And also make sure you go back and watch the other video where I documented the trip and also the experience of going to the clinic, everything that I got done, and also my trip to Olive Young and the haul of the things that I got there as well. So that is it. That is all. I hope that you found this video helpful. If you do decide to go, that you got a little bit more information, and whatever your expectations are for going to South Korea, that maybe I helped you in looking for those answers. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.